Ford Mustang is a 40-year-old car, pristine to be a classic one, and can be a delighted collection for the customers who own them. Because the first Ford Mustang was introduced in April 1964, halfway through the 1964 model year, the first Mustangs are referred to as 64.5 models. The introduction of the Mustang produced a new class of automobile known as the pony car. With its long hood and short deck, the Mustang's styling proved to be wildly popular, inspiring a host of competition. The mechanical side of Ford Mustang. American model years customarily start in August of the previous year, so the 1964 model year started in August 1963. The 64.5 Mustangs came in roadster and convertible variations, but the fastback wasn't presented until the 65 model was disclosed a couple of months after the fact in August 1964. At first, motor decisions were a 170 cubic inch 6-chamber motor, an economy 260 cubic inch Windsor V8 which accompanied a 2-barrel carburetor, and two 289 cubic inch Windsor V8s. Along with a low-pressure 4-barrel carburetor and water-powered valve lifters, and a high-pressure HOPO with 4-barrel carburetor and mechanical lifters. In 1965 the 6 was extended to 200 cubic inches, and the 260 cubic inch V8 was supplanted by a 2-barrel 289. Transmission decisions for the 6 comprised of 3-speed and 4-speed manuals. There was a 3-speed manual for the 260 cu in V8, and 4 speeds for the 289s. The essential suspension was found by comprising both upper and lower control arms, loops, a move bar at the front, and semi-elliptic leaf springs at the back. Manual directing is standard, yet power controlling was an alternative. Brakes were drums for what it's worth, yet power assistance and front plates were accessible as choices. Constantly, like other American cars, there was an extensive rundown of alternatives accessible, like trim, wheels, tires, brakes, power directing, and it needs cautious examination to completely comprehend. Unpretentious changes were made to the Mustang at each model change, which were generally bound to the grille, identifications and back quarter board, air scoop, trim. The Mustang lovers talk about the car in codes, which allude to the motor fitted to a vehicle. It's a letter, the 5th digit of the vehicle's VIN, vehicle identification number, that is stepped on the inward watchman on the left half of the motor sound, and on the guarantee plate, which is on the back substance of the left-hand door. Like U170 cu. In 1964 F260 cu. In V8 1964 D289 cu. In 4-barrel carb. V8 1964. Moreover, by comprehending and searching the codes, anyone can infer a Mustang's value. Precisely, the Mustang is really powerful, the issue is just one old enough and miles done. The Windsor V8 is a sweet little motor and is quite extreme, yet anticipate that it should have worn bores, rings, and orientation. On the off chance that it hasn't been reconstructed, at that point plan on doing it. Electrics are an issue with the Mustang. They're not as untrustworthy as the notorious Lucas electrics, but rather don't anticipate that instruments and other electrical gear should work appropriately. Change methods have improved far out in the course of recent years or thereabouts, and there are loads of dodgy, more seasoned transformations out there that don't direct or stop the manner in which they ought to. Cautiously check the transformation, search for helpless welding, cut and welded directing arms, huge turning circles that show possible issues. With every modification, the Mustang saw an expansion in general measurements and in motor force. The 1971 model saw an exceptional overhaul to its archetypes. After an underlying flood, deals were consistently declining, as Ford started chipping away at another age Mustang. With the beginning of the 1973 oil emergency, Ford was readied, having just planned the more modest Mustang II for the 1974 model year. This new vehicle had no regular parts with going before models. Fortunately, parts are promptly accessible at very sensible costs, so everything without exception can be fixed. No vehicle is past salvation, everything comes down to the profundity of your pockets. As passionate art sellers, we value original art prints from creators of all kinds. From blueprint artwork to Da Vinci-style art prints, we are enthusiastic about design and getting it to the hands of people who love art just as much as we do. Our business idea is simple. We want to make attractive and on-trend prints available to everyone. All our vector drawings are high-standard prints made in-house by our team of artists. They are unique, almost always based on official manufacturer documentation and as accurate as you will find them anywhere. So we are damn sure that you will pick out something for your taste. Hence now we present here an ideal potion of incredibly valuable Ford Mustang 1964-66, the passion of Fox bodies in you. This amazing illustrative print of Ford Mustang will be an amazing decor to the home and savor to your collection of classic cars tagline. The print emphasizes the Ford Mustang 1964-66 in all its authenticity. With great print quality, the prints are available in fit standard frames. We also guarantee a lifetime lasting art print with no fading or loss of color, which will be a perfect gift for a keen Star Wars ships fanatic. So visit our store and grab one of this soon.